Welcome to Last Call. We just watched The Blues Brothers. Personal favorite. I really love this movie. First time seer. Come talk to us about the movie.
Really impressed.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen anything like this. The amount of money they spent,
Just car smashing.
like a lot of pursuits, and it was really fun. And sometimes people say that they don't do movies like this anymore. I agree.
This is also
I've
like
never seen the movies
2000s
like
or
this in the last like 10 or 15 or
25
20
years
years.
old, this movie?
This movie's from 1980.
80, yeah.
Oh, this movie is how many years
They
old?
definitely don't do movies like this
45
anymore.
years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
like,
it's crazy.
Wow. Yeah,
like
they
the most
don't-
recent amount of crashes, like in the movie, it's a Taxi movie. Taxi First, Taxi Second. It's a French movie. I don't know
Oh, okay.
if you've seen this.
No.
But I think they copied it from this movie.
Probably.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Move on with the next
value.
guest.
Okay.
Who's next? Who's come stand with me? Come on, Zach.
Sure,
what
why
did
not?
you think about The Blues Brothers?
First time seer again. Also,
really?
I was thoroughly impressed. I went in with no expectations. Like I went to Maiden Lane to go talk with some other friends who are coming here, and I'm like, has anybody seen this movie? Like, what should I expect? And, like, go in expecting nothing, and expect to be entertained. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, fair. And the fact that I think the epitome of the entire movie is they're on a mission from God, and that makes them just survive every person trying to kill them the entire movie.
They're on a mission from God. They're just trying to pay off the orphanage's, taxes, which is wholesome, really good
so
reason
good,
to
right.
smash 156 cars throughout the entire movie. It's really it's great. Yeah, I love it.
I think the one thing I'll say is after watching this movie, I think I want to be them. That's what I take away from it. It is one of the funniest movies ever made, but it's also one of the coolest movies ever made, right? Like when I watch this movie, I want to be this right here. This right here.
TJ shows up, right?
Heather, why don't you come over here?
Yeah, Heather.
We want to hear your opinion.
Ian. It's just
Ian.
a 5-minute call. Last call.
Okay, have you seen this movie before? Go ahead.
Yes, I have.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Get some status.
Yeah.
Tell us about your
Tell
this
us about
experience.
Blues Brothers.
It has the best car chase in the best car chase scene in movie history. End of story. No one destroyed more police cars than Michael Bay in Transformers.
Pretty valid. I think my favorite part of this whole movie is how many cameos there are. It just keeps going and going and going with how many people just are in this movie. It's so cool. And I need this.
Oh, yeah.
Who did you figure out was in this today?
Oh, Frank Oz.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
none of
yeah.
us called, which was so crazy.
Yeah, no, this movie is wild. I think what makes it, though, is just like the comedy works so well because of how straight they play it,
Yes.
and like how unbothered they are by it, and the fact that it, like, at the beginning of the movie it feels like almost off, like almost like they're using the wrong takes because they're
Yes.
not, but then it just like keeps building and building
And
and
then you
building,
get it.
and yeah, and by the end of it it's this thing that started off as a snowball, and now it's this huge thing rolling down a mountain, and there's no slowing it down. Like, it's just this build up to the end of the movie is fantastic.
I think by modern standards, the humor is very subtle.
Yeah.
And when they were sitting in the restaurant and they're doing all those gags, if that was today, they would have gone over the top.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
but they were so, like, the cinematography is like David Lean, these wide shots, and people are just looking around, and all they're doing is just like throwing food at each other and drinking the wine.
yeah,
but
yeah.
if that was today, they would have gone over the top. And I think that's what makes it
Yeah.
last, right? Is how subtle it is.
You in the back, do you have anything you want to add to the awesome movie?
It's one of my favorites. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's wild. John Belushi and Dan Akroyd, the chemistry, there's nothing like it.
And written by Dan Aykroyd, which was really
Yeah.
cool, right?
The music
So
is
nice.
awesome.
It's
Everything about it.
amazing, the music. We didn't even touch base on
One
that
of the
enough.
best in cinematic
Right.
history.
Agree.
Yeah,
Agree.
cheers. Ian, you want to add? Are you guys over here? No, I mean,
I
there's
think Nick has maybe a
Nick,
word.
throw
to
it
say
in
about
there.
Magic.
Okay,
Magic stuff.
great. Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks, Nick, for showing up, man.
And I love how self-aware it is, even through all the carnage, even through all the chaos. Little scenes like you think they're going to crash into that cop car, and then they just launch over it.
Yeah.
It makes no
That
sense.
threw Roman off so
But
far.
you don't need to explain because they look at each other like, what just happened? That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
It's dealt with.
Yeah.
There's like
So it
so
makes
many
sense.
weird things in the background, even like when they finally lose the cops and then they're being chased by the Nazis, and they like swerve around a corner into an alleyway, and there's a bunch of bottles like set up in a row,
Yeah.
and they're there to like get crashed through,
Yeah.
presumably, and they all miss. Like all of the bottles are still standing there in a row. Like it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
can we talk about the final little Nazi car chase there? Because you can see the wheels turning. Like how much can we fuck these Nazis up while still keeping this a
The
comedy?
answer is
And they end up
so
dropping them essentially from the top of the Sears Tower,
Higher
whatever
than
it
the
is.
Sears Tower.
Yeah.
And then
So
they
great.
make them gay at the end too.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's really-
also fuck you. Magic.
Yep.
You guys want to add something?
Yes, my partner couldn't make it, even though this is one, and it's not his fault. This is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah.
It's also one of my dad's all-time favorite movies.
Amazing.
So the next best thing was he and I watched the SNL performance where they do Soul Man.
Oh, yeah.
There's the bit where the guitar intro is playing and the hordes come in and they do the dancing. And I looked at Dan Aykroyd and I went, "Oh, that's who I want to be when I grow up."
Oh.
Hold on, that's who my dad wanted to be when he grew up.
Look at you hitting
It's
status
like the
here.
coolest
Yeah.
fucking thing. I don't know, like, it's magic.
Give him a.
So no. Wait, give me the cue to know where the fuck I was at from off of Ian.
No, start over. You have to start over. You have to start over.
Tell us about the Blues Brothers and how you showed up today.
No.
This is the
Shit,
problem.
where did I start on that?
Second the camera's on, it's
No, because I was
Don't worry, we're not
mid-rant.
recording. We're not recording. Go ahead.
I was mid-rant. No, you're recording. I know how you are. No, but with the Blues Brothers, and Ian had mentioned how you got the two white guys bringing the blues back, and no one said anything about it because they were very pure about it, and they're very much about the music and bringing the players of that music into this movie to actually, perform and play it is a huge thing. And Cab Calloway, who was in this movie, he had the big musical number, Minnie the Moocher. I remember seeing this in an interview that he wanted to do a remix version of that song, and he was against doing the original version, which was in this movie, which then turned around and actually brought back his sales back up. But the Blues Brothers in general were responsible for a very big resurgence of blues music in the late 70s, early 80s through SNL and this movie.
I mean, yeah, them bringing in all of these musicians kind of...
It's actually the real musicians in the movie.
Yeah, and they themselves, like the Blues Brothers, are just kind of a way for the audience to be introduced to them.
Oh,
Right,
100%. 100%.
They're essentially
They're-
in like goofy
they're-
costumes the
Yeah.
entire
Oh, yeah.
thing. They're not the real representation of blues music.
Oh, no, not at all.
And they use this kind of this act to show the audience what blues really is.
To be a platform.
It's great. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, even then, at the same time, the Blues Brothers are also acting as a conduit for the audience to be brought into that world. And hey, this is what it's about, and this is the energy that it has at a time where it wasn't, the top of the pop hits.
Right. Yeah.
Can somebody explain me why they were dressed like this and never removed their
Because they're
glasses?
cool, man.
Because they're cool.
That's a joke. they took throughout the
Whole movie, and he removed just one.
You might.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you said it just once. There was only one time they took off the sunglasses. That was it. Because their eyes held too much power.
They were characters on SNL before there was a movie, right? Like that's where the joke came from. So the whole movie is like these two dudes who are totally geeks about the blues and they love the music, hanging out with all these like comedy and TV and film and music like showbiz friends. It also, the point you made about Cab Calloway is especially important about Aretha Franklin. It totally saved her career in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah. Think was a tune that she did in the 60s, which then they sped up and did a new version of, did this total like dance mix, and it completely saved her career. Like she was not selling records, like that was the thing.
And mention Cab Calloway. That's one of 3 videos he has doing that dance.
Yes.
Right? That is music history. Right?
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, that is a historical
I
document.
think the only other one that he did that in was Cotton Club.
Yeah, he was
With Richard and Cotton.
Yeah.
That's
But
the whole thing. Like he's one of the original
Jazz
recording stars.
yeah.
The first
I
one.
love that.
Oh, it's such a classic.
Look, this movie did as much for comedy, and John Landis, who directed it, and propelled many careers as what it did for blues music, and helped propel it into the next generation and keep it for people for generations even after. Because without this movie, a lot of us would not know the music, and now we know this music because of this movie. And this movie did the same thing for the careers back then, and you know, generations on. Even we're what, 35 years we said on from this movie? 40, oh man, 45.
We're not going to talk about that tonight.
Oh, we're 45 years on from this movie, and we're still standing here talking about it, talking about the music and the players and the people that played on it, that played on this music even 20, 30 years beyond that. And that was what this movie was about, was taking the blues music, making it into something, I don't want to say comprehensible, but...
Palatable?
Pardon?
Palatable?
Palatable for like a modern audience at the time, and that has resonated through the decades. And that's the Blues Brothers.
Okay, what do we think? Blues Brothers 1010? Would see you again?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And we hate dealing with Nazis.
Fuck the Nazis.
All Nazis.
All right. Nice, and we're out.